What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and in this video I want to talk about the big move in silver price we've seen over the last month, almost a $3 drop. At the start of 2023, we expected silver price to move lower. That is exactly what is happening. So what I want to do is talk about when I think silver price is going to actually bottom, when we're going to see silver price stop moving lower and start moving higher consistently. So this is my updated 2023 silver price forecast. We're going to break it down month by month. So let's do it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I do sincerely appreciate it. We're looking at the 30-day silver price chart. And as you can see, the high was about a month ago. Silver hit $24.30 an ounce. Now silver's down to around $21.50 an ounce. So that's almost a $3 drop in just 1 month.
What's your prediction for the fight then?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
As I've said before, I anticipated silver price to move down at the start of the year. And the reason for this is because the Fed is still raising rates. They're not slowing down on these rate hikes. I mean, the last one was only a 25 basis point rate hike, but rates still went up, and they're probably going to raise rates more in the future. Now, what does this have to do with silver? Well, silver and the dollar are essentially opposites. So if the dollar is getting stronger, silver price is moving down. If the dollar is getting weaker, silver price is moving up. This is generally what happens. So if the Fed continues to raise rates, this is going to make the dollar stronger, right? The whole reason they're raising rates is to lower inflation. They want less dollars out there. And if people aren't taking loans because rates are higher, then there's less dollars in existence. There's less currency being created. It will lead to a stronger dollar, less inflation, and it will also lead to lower silver prices. So that's what we're seeing right now. And so basically the question is, when is the Fed going to stop raising rates? Because I think that is going to be the bottom for silver. That will be the least attractive silver will be for the whole year and then moving forward. So let's take a look at what the Fed is likely to do over the next few months. This is the CME Group Fed Watch tool. Now, basically what they do is they put out these target rate probabilities for the upcoming Fed meetings. So the next meeting is on March 22nd, and kind of the way to look at this is we start with the current target rate. So this is where essentially the Fed rate is 450 to 475 basis points. For the sake of this video, we're just going to focus on the higher number. So we're going to say right now the Fed rate is at 475 basis points, but you also could look at this as a percentage, which would be 4.75%. But we're going to talk about it in basis points because that's what they put on these charts. And I don't know, I just think it's easier to understand. So they are predicting that at the next meeting in March, we're going to see another rate hike. They think it's going to go from 475 to 500 basis points. So this will be another 25 basis point rate hike. And the percentage chance they say this is going to happen, almost 82% chance, right? However, they're predicting an 18% chance that it's a 50 basis point rate hike and the rate goes all the way up to 525, but that's obviously less likely. So we're going to go with whatever they think is the most likely. They've got a pretty good track record, and for the most part, they're usually right. Certainly when the meeting is a few days away, they're almost always right. But this is pretty far out, I guess. So either way, we'll go with the 25 basis point rate hike. So this is going to lead to lower silver prices when this happens, right? Let's move to the next meeting, which is on May 3rd. So there's no meeting in April, but they're predicting there's going to be yet another rate hike. So it's going to go from 500 to 525 basis points, almost a 75% chance of this. So they're saying over the next 2 meetings, we're going to see 25 basis point rate hikes at each meeting. Now we will move to June. Let's see, June 14th, 2023. They're predicting yet another rate hike. So it would go up to 550. and this is over a 50% chance. So they're pretty confident there's going to be 3 more rate hikes, and so this will probably be the bottom for silver somewhere around here, because if we move forward to July, we can see they're predicting there will not be a rate hike in July. So over 50% chance still that rates are just going to stop right there at 550 basis points or 5.5%. So this is probably where we would see silver start moving up, because this is the pivot. When they stop raising rates, they decide just to leave them where they're at. This is where we're going to see the dollar start to get weaker and gold and silver start to get stronger. So I'm thinking you want to be buying up until mid-July, August. Somewhere in here, we're probably going to see silver bottom. It's possible, because the markets are forward thinking, that it would bottom before this, possibly June. However, historically, silver prices are usually lower over the summer, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly when the bottom is going to be and how low silver price is going to go. I mean, is it going to go all the way down into the teens, $19, $18 an ounce? Who knows? If it does go that low, I certainly hope premiums stay low on silver bullion so we can pick up quite a bit more at a lower price. But I would say do not be discouraged, especially if you're a new stacker. This is a good thing when the price moves lower, because we can pick up more silver for less dollars. So start dollar cost averaging now if you're not already doing that. Basically, buy silver today, wait a week, wait 2 weeks, buy more silver, and keep doing this until we hit the bottom and see silver start moving up. And then obviously when silver price is moving up, you can still buy up until you feel like the price has just gotten too high and you maybe need to move over to buying gold or something else. So this is kind of my prediction for the year. I think we're going to see prices continue to move lower until the summer. They're going to bottom, and then they're going to start moving up. Now, if we look at their prediction for December, for the end of the year, where they think the target rate is going to be, they're actually predicting at some point there will be a rate cut. It would go from 550 down to 525 basis points. So this is super bullish for silver. If the Fed starts cutting rates at the end of this year, it's going to be off to the races. And the reason they would need to cut rates is because the recession is getting out of hand. No one has a job. It's like we need to make debt more accessible to these businesses so they can hire more people, etc. And so obviously if the recession gets really bad, they're going to need to cut rates. And this is when we're going to see gold and silver really shine. Historically, for every 1% drop in rates or 100 basis points, we see gold move up around 20%. And silver moves quite a bit faster than gold, maybe twice as fast. So we could see silver go up by around 40% for every 100 basis point drop. So it's kind of exciting when you start thinking about, all right, let's say we get up to 5% or 550 basis points or whatever it ends up being, and then we see it move down to 0. I mean, we could see gold double, we could see silver triple or quadruple, and so it could get really crazy in the coming years. But I would certainly want to be buying silver now while the price is relatively low, not when the price is much higher in the future. I'm still staying with my price prediction for the end of the year. I think $30 silver is possible, especially when the Fed starts cutting rates, because again, the markets are forward thinking. So they're going to think, okay, what's happening at the next meeting and the meeting after that? Where are rates going? And so we could see silver move up a lot towards the end of the year. My earlier prediction of $32.33 silver for the end of the year, I'm sticking with that. I might be a little bit early with that prediction. It could be February. It could be the following summer of 2024. Who knows? Could be the end of the year, 2024, or even 2025 until my prediction comes true. But I do think that over the next several years, we're going to see silver move so much higher from where it is right now. Now, obviously, if anything crazy happens along the way, if there's any hiccups, if there's any big changes around the world, we could see silver price do some crazy things. You never know when the next spike is going to be. So I say just keep buying every single week, every other week, dollar cost average, get as much of a base as you can, build that stack while the price is relatively low, because I see much higher prices in the coming years. I certainly think silver under $25 an ounce is a bargain right now. I think in the next decade or several decades, we're going to look back and say, wow, I should have bought more silver. So I don't want to have any regret. I'm stacking as much as I can. I hope you are too, because I think ultimately the dollar is going to fail. All fiat currencies eventually fail, but gold and silver being real money, they will never fail. They've stood the test of time. They will always be money. They will always be wealth. So it's smart to be transferring your wealth out of fake money and into real money. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm curious where you think the price of silver is headed this year. Feel free to comment down below in the comment section. I want to say a massive thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.